My name's Bobby Petford, and I work in an NHS trust in an area called the Black Country in Britain. And I work currently as an organisational development practitioner. In terms of its application, there's a couple of ways in which I've used it, which I think might be good examples for people working not so much with patients, but working with members of staff within the NHS. I've used it in two particular ways most recently. The first one of which is that I'm doing some work with a team where members of the team are struggling with their working relationships with each other and all want to do something about that. So the clean language questions, but also some of the clean language approaches to helping people think about change have been really, really useful with this particular group of staff. The main way in which it's been really useful is that it's helped get right to the deeper issues really quite quickly, but in a way that isn't sort of aggressive or confrontational or unpleasant or disturbing in any way. It's very gentle, but it somehow just cuts away all the sort of frothy say about a particular set of issues in the core way. And I think that's been really helpful in that context, because then people become aware of the issues that they're dealing with really and the stuff that really needs working on. So that's one application. The second application in the way that I've used it is I've been doing some consultation work with staff around the culture in the NHS, particularly thinking about quite a pervasive bullying culture that's been mentioned in the press and is quite a widely understood difficulty within the NHS workforce. And I've been using some clean language questions in a written format, but also in a verbal format in meetings and other opportunities to speak with staff, and even online as part of an online survey method. And what I've found is that the clean language questions, again, have generated really interesting, rich answers. But in particular have generated ideas about how things could be different and what needs to happen. And that's really helpful, because that's a start of helping things change from the off, really, that as soon as you ask someone about something, because they're very change focused questions, people start to move with the change already. And I think it's been really useful in that regard. For me personally, the clean language course was really, really good. It was highly organised, a very well designed course that made a great deal of sense as we progressed through the different skills that we learned. And it was also really good fun and a lovely opportunity to meet and work with people from different areas and even different countries, because we were working online. For me personally, it's meant that it was a real opportunity for me to add something to my skill set, really, in terms of communication skills and different ways of working with people when we get together to work on difficult issues that might be around changing things at work, or changing the way that we behave at work, or thinking about how we all do our work. And it was really valuable in that regard.